Hey everyone, this is Josh from before, and I'm here with McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse General Zod. I hope those of you out there who feel like we've been seeing too much Batman count this as a big win. It's a very prominent comic Superman villain. This is DC Rebirth style. I have to admit, I'm more familiar with Zod from the movies. So you'll have to tell me if this is what you think of when you think of Rebirth Zod. But man, this a classic comic villain and definitely not an afterthought. This is a really impressive package. He's got 6 hands, he's got a lot of detail, and he's got a lot of paint. Let's get him out of here. All right, folks, let's kneel before Zod and take a look at this great, imposing figure. I love the fabric and the pattern on his outfit here that seem a little bit otherworldly, seem a little bit alien. He definitely looks like he's ready to lead his Kryptonian troops to battle. All right, let's come in here and start on the face, which looks really good. It looks like it's a combination of printed on features, the eyes and the mouth, and then paint on the beard, which even bringing him in this close, he still looks really good. Definitely looks great when you come back out that far. And then for a second, I thought, I was like, oh, nice. They give him sort of like salt and pepper, some gray in there. But then I got closer and it kind of just looks like glue. I can't tell if that is on purpose or not. From about right there, it looks really good. Coming a little closer and maybe it looks like an accident. So I thought, were we thinking that this cape was going to come off? I was kind of under the impression that the cape was going to come off, and I don't think it's going to happen. It is pegged in there, which could probably be popped out pretty easily. But then it's also glued to the front, is glued to this insignia on the front. So, I mean, you could try it. I'm sure you'd have some success. Whether you could get it back on, I don't know. I'm just kind of surprised. And when I first got him out, I was really appreciating how he's got this fairly stern look. Sort of when you look at him like this, but then you move it different directions and it kind of takes on different emotions. It almost even looks a little sad, maybe forlorn, maybe thinking about what could have been the Krypton civilization that could have been. So let's see how his arms do here. There's a lot happening up here in the shoulder area with these huge pieces of shoulder armor and this cape. Feels like they've tried to give us a bit of room here up under the cape, but that shoulder pad is just so big. So even though it's soft and gives a little bit, I don't think he's going to be able to hit a T pose. See where it's sort of running into the underside of the cape there. I think you're going to have a hard time getting up any further than that. So this time the shoulder pauldrons are connected to the ball joint at the shoulders. They tend to normally be attached to the bicep. But in this case, the bicep is by itself, with some slightly asymmetrical details there that I like. Extra pieces of armor on that side. Great range in those double elbows, considering how much armor he has on. Really great range in these ball joints at the wrist. Look how soft, how much that gives. Ditto for that one as well. It almost feels like they missed this gauntlet with paint. You see how this one's a lot shinier? And this one feels like some of the details aren't quite as crispy. I don't know if that's by design or on accident. I love this big piece of armor on his chest here. It feels like a hybrid of alien technology and classical human armor. Guys, look at this range here. This is pretty impressive, the way this soft stuff moves around. This is soft. This is soft. This is soft. There's a little bit of gappage with this pelvis piece, but it's not like it's pulling away severely. Man, eventually I'm gonna run out of sort of criticisms. You know, they keep improving the way these torsos work. They keep improving the way these legs work. Now I think the battle is just preventing this gappage from occurring in these soft pelvis pieces. Double knees, again, pretty impressive considering how big his legs are. Really love the patterns in this suit. They look really sharp. Really love it. Really love all of these shapes. It's a really cool look. Man, even this pattern on his leg armor there just feels very alien. Feels a little familiar and a little otherworldly in a really satisfying way. And like the wrist, we've got some give here so that the ball joint underneath has a lot of range, despite how encumbered they look with this big chunky armor. There are some little details that are kind of annoying, just, you know, incorrect colored pins here, but I do like how they try to cover those with the armor pieces. Okay, and now here's what's really worth writing home about. He's got 6 hands. So out of the box, he's got this gesture left hand. He's got a accessory holding right hand. In the box, he's got mirrored versions of each. This is a mirrored version of that gesture hand and the gripping hand. And then he's got 2 fists. So this is pretty exciting to come with this many hands. They are gloved hands, so they do have a little bit of sort of glove details on there, but I'm sure you could still get plenty of use out of these and other figures. Let's just maybe real quick, for example, throw that hand on Rebirth Batman. You know, I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. Pretty exciting to see this many hands in one box from McFarlane. I don't need it every figure. You know, if it's just something where they can maybe like once every wave throw in a bunch with somebody and then just mix up, you know, how we're getting them. You know, if somebody comes with 6 ungloved skin tone hands, you know, etc. You know, because eventually, you know, you get enough of these and you're just putting them in a drawer. But it's wonderful to have these options and be able to swap them on all the other figures we've got. Start looking at them next to some other figures. I still think this Wave 1 Superman is the only one you need. You know, if you're trying to pick which Superman to get. I didn't hang on to the Rebirth one. Yeah, if that tells you anything. I think these two kind of go well together. Although the painted silver next to the unpainted, it kind of painted silver clearly looks a lot better. Throw them in here next to some other megalomaniacal characters. I almost said villains, and then I'm like, is Ozzy a villain? I don't know. That's in the eye of the beholder, right? Now, I would love to be able to show you this guy next to Lex Luthor, but I've taken my Lex Luthor apart to make this custom Bob the Goon. So there he is next to these guys. Just use your imagination, pretend Lex has a head. And then I really thought I was going to be able to sit him in this throne, but that was back when I thought the cape came off. So I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. I mean, the cape can definitely come off if you want to permanently alter the figures. So you could get him in there. I know it's a dark side throne, you know, but whatever. It's still cool. Bad guy throne. That's Zod, everyone. Like I said, eventually I'm going to be running out of sort of like nitpicks because they are starting to cram all of the little tweaks and evolutions that they've been working on since the beginning of the Multiverse line, and they're starting to implement them all with a lot more frequency. And yeah, they just make for great in-hand figures. Like, he's got the look and he's got the fun factor. I don't know what else I could ask for. He's got 6 hands in the box. For $20, I don't know how you can ask for much more than this guy. General Zod, if you need him, you need him. like I said, I'm more familiar with this guy from the movies and stuff. I'm a little bit of a noob when it comes to Zod's comic history, but I really am stoked on this figure. I found this guy at Walmart, so be on the lookout for General Zod, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.